Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It took me over 44 years to learn, when it comes to friendships for myself, less is more. True friendships are those that make me feel valued and add value to my life. Until recently, I thought there was something wrong with me. Why did I always feel on the fringe of social groups that, on the surface, I thought I should fit into? Why did I never subscribe to having a BFF like everyone else seemed to? Although I've always had friends, the role they held in my life often seemed confusing at times. Felt like I was trying to force something unnatural to happen. Recently, I came across research by a woman named Danielle Bayard Jackson, whom I will link below. She helped me understand the pieces of the friendship puzzle that I had been missing. Danielle states that there are 3 traits which female friendships require to thrive: symmetry, support, and secrecy. Symmetry is how even a friendship is, and feelings of sameness, reciprocity, and egalitarianism. Support is a sense of solidarity, including emotional support, and secrecy refers to intimacy and trust that comes with self-disclosure. When I stepped back and looked at the social circles and friends that haven't worked out, I realized they were missing one or more of these aspects. I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I grew up feeling disconnected from my birth family, and I was often looking for friendships to fill that void. I would project onto people who I wanted them to be, rather than taking the time to allow them to show me who they really are. Becoming aware of these projections, healing the childhood void, and knowing what to look for in true friendships has been life-changing.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Jana. I live in the Canadian countryside with my husband and my 3 children. And I would say I'm an introvert. I'm a highly sensitive person. And I really thank you for being here today for this topic of friendship minimalism. It's something that I've been on the path of discovering for a very long time. And it sort of just all came together in the last, I would say, 6 months. There's so much pressure in our culture to socialize and always be doing things. It feels like everybody's always seeing everybody. And although I'm sure for extroverts, that's really fun, for introverts, we really have to see what we have the energy for and then make sure that we're spending it in the best way possible. Because I found that I was socializing with people who probably weren't a perfect match for me. And I would often come home and I wouldn't feel great. So that's something to really make note of. When you come home after spending time with your friends, how do you feel? Do you feel fulfilled and like they just enriched your life a little bit? Or do you feel a little bit icky or uncomfortable or tired or just not great? And if that's the case, then it's probably time to pull away from those people if you can. And I'm sure you can. I know it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to feel ungrounding, and it's just going to feel awkward. There's no way around it. It's something you just have to go through and come out the other side, like so many things in life. And it often means that we're on the right path when we are in that discomfort, because we're growing and we're changing and we're discovering who we are. And so if that's you, I really encourage you to not be afraid of that, to not be afraid of the uncomfortable feelings, to sit in them and be okay with feeling uncomfortable for a little while. Because when you come out the other end, it's so worth it. And your time is so valuable. How you spend it and who you spend it with is really important. So please do that for yourself. Another thing I have learned to do is lean into my introversion. More often than not, I would much rather spend my time at home with my family than going out. I would often be relieved when social plans fell through.
I've learned to keep my social calendar light, and a lot of the social contact I do have with my few close friends is via voice messages. It's nice to have the contact without the pressure to socialize in person. When I do socialize in person, I'm only interested if I have the energetic resources and if the friendship leaves me feeling fulfilled and valued. It means that there are only a few people I call my true friends, but spending time with them really is a joy and it enriches my life. When it comes to friendships, choosing quality over quantity has significantly improved my quality of life and allowed me time for the things and people that bring me the most joy.
In my videos, all the clothes that I'm wearing, I've made by hand. And I know you've seen how I was working on this scarf and blocking it, which means that I'm wetting it and squeezing out the water and then laying it flat to dry. It just relaxes the wool and allows it to sit nice and flat and not have the edges curl up or the pattern pucker at all. This is the glacial scarf, and I will link all the clothes I'm wearing in the description box below. I really love this scarf. It's made out of an alpaca wool, which I got from a local alpaca farm. So unfortunately, unless you live close to where I live, you won't have access to this wool, but I'm sure you can find something similar where you are or online. And this scarf was designed to wrap around 2 times. I'll put it on so you can see it. Once it's wrapped around, it sits about waist length and it's so cozy. I can't wait to wear it this winter. Now that I'm finished this scarf, I'm starting to make myself a knitted hat, something I've wanted to do for years. I know the pattern I'm going to use, which is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. I'm just waiting for the knitting needles to arrive because I didn't have the right size for the pattern. The shirt I'm wearing in this video is the Sarah Stay top by this book here, Breaking the Pattern. Unfortunately, this pattern does not come on its own. I wish it did, and I'm not sure why it doesn't, but you have to buy this whole book of patterns that personally I won't use, just to have the one shirt. But it was worth it. I love it. The book wasn't that expensive anyway, and I found it on Amazon, I believe. And it comes in different variations. You can do with or without the ruffles. There's a variation where you can do a little gap at the shoulder where you can see skin. And then, of course, just plain without the ruffles. It's a princess seam cut, so it's very flattering. The one thing I would change about this shirt is I would extend the torso length a couple inches for the next time. I like to wear my shirts tucked in, and I find that it keeps popping out because there's only about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of fabric that tuck into my pants. And then my pants are the Megan Nielsen Dawn jeans. I made them in a stretch cotton corduroy, and I got that fabric from Simplify Fabric in Canada, and it was the color copper, I believe. So if you sew, I would love to hear about what you're making or knit. I love getting inspiration from other people that are also crafters, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel more than you know. And I also just want to create a community here on my page and inspire each other. So thank you again for being here, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care until then.